Morning. What's up? Hello. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Is it girls no? Omunka hello.
I'm gonna say.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Dion.
Someone I'm more pressure.
Hey, big for taxi. Ya wo Ghana ya. O te de chems we ya o.
The tables.
Fro ka ya. Ka chere da ba. Wa kan si ezizo. Besu say die kem so.
There.
Die kem so. Tina ni no so funai.
We could be around.
You didn't do so funai. Next time we be ase ya.
Also die kems.
We so die kem so. So no onim die kem so. The chems no onim.
The chems don't say die kems here the chems.
The chems no no. Ala. Edio. Yango Kofi.
It's good morning.
Good morning. Now to say
Over here.
one burger.
Boga be.
Japan burger.
Me hu ne.
Onyamai.
Me hu ne.
Oh waba.
They be say osi me hu no.
Oh.
Two different statements.
Okay.
Yeah, me hu ne.
Okay. Matias.
Rich. Club football is back.
Sure.
For those of us who love club football, maybe even more than international football, no, we will get it from now till March, which is good. And Rich, between Madrid and Barcelona, which of the two teams do you like? I know you're not a fan of both of them, but on operations, how they do their things, which of the two now okay? Like like
Barcelona and Casablanca.
Football club Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Why?
Because how many Chelsea boy nyami had on Tuesday?
Okay, apart from that, no, so we Chelsea free. But even so much or Chelsea are sure mo cry. To the year no free. But in terms of
I didn't Chelsea at all.
Say because you fans almost share Chelsea. I because say anything our poor massive no.
Can you say? Young fan say Barcelona share Chelsea.
No problem.
It's an example. Do better to Barcelona.
Great, no problem. But me say, just forget about game on Tuesday. No? Focus on the two clubs.
I love Barcelona because of one thing. How we see migrate our youth system no into a senior system no. Okay. From the La Masia.
Okay.
So unlike teams in Libya, Obobonya mienukura just okofa baby fufro. Asa no asaba no.
Okay.
Barcelona, La Masia, or you know, Kakrebia, possibly Barcelona team A will be abo, and I love them for that.
Okay.
Because of youth development.
Because of how
managing
how their strategy is
almost
in terms
strategy,
of
almost structure. No.
I think that is good.
Yeah.
Rich, when you look at how history has shaped the culture of Barca and in Madrid, I can understand why Nkofo gravitated towards Madrid because Madrid is a much more flamboyant club. Especially, OPBT says stability. Madrid has gotten stability more than Football Club Barcelona. Madrid has had a president for more than 2 decades. Since Florentino Perez able to take over Jumano, as the president of Football Club Real Madrid, it has been him. And he has managed the club from where they were as a club to the top. And it's in for Pesania money, the allure around Madrid. It is the King's Club. It is a club where you're known to be winning the Champions League back to back to back. When they play in the Champions League, there is certain aura around them that's only almost bar. And you are not near perfect, they punish you. So there are a ton of people who believe that. The redevelopment of the Spotify company started before the redevelopment of the Santiago Bernabeu.
But Madrid are beyond. Why? It's Ghana.
Of course. It's a simple reason of finances and money. And Baby Anabasa was a club. You see, Madrid has always been financially viable. Maybe somebody will say that because they have a president who who is a finance person and also a politician, marrying Satu has always made it easy for Florentino Perez to raise capital, raise revenue, and then manage football club Real Madrid. But Barca AJ almost started on redevelopment, you know. They had to look for money. Right? Before then, before Juan Laporta came, from Sandro Rosell to Jose Mario Bartomeu, no one broke a guano more Barca for 1 season. So Bartomeu had to come and pay. And that is the other side of the coin. Almost certain level of affinity for Barcelona. No? They do because this is a club. They are not your normal institution big name. Let me explain. Seuko Spain, the elite, quote and unquote, are seen to be the white of Madrid, the Los Blancos. No? That is where they are. Madrid, the capital of Spain. The Catalans or Catalonia, and of course, from that effect, betting Barcelona no, has always been a group of people who had to fight for independence. Even up to now, the Catalans are fighting for independence from Spain. Yeah. So, from them, more of oppression. And on the build a club. No? So, from nothing, not the allure of Madrid, not the money of Madrid, but they're still able to build a club like this. That is why there are also some people like you who on the other side and say that, And by extension, somebody can say that maybe because Barca have not been easy in terms of money getting, you know, they were forced to also promote players from their academy to come through. Or buy players from other players from other places, come build them at the La Masia and to bring them through to the football club Barcelona. Why am I saying this? Mikacho said this week, Barca had gotten the license to operate at a Spotify company, which is excellent story. But Rich, this is the one thing that would get Barcelona close to stability and finances when it comes to football club Real Madrid. Last season, Barca get Spanish La Liga and Meboa. They won it. Last season, Barca conferred a German coach, semi-final of the Champions League, Meboa. This season. And they did all of that when they were playing away from their temple at the Montjuic. They are back. So psychologically, sentimental attachment, and what other people call spiritual, no? Barca are back to their home ground at the Spotify Camp now. And they can feel at home. They will believe, okay, this is where we play our football, we are there. It is synonymous to what people have concluded that, okay, since West Ham 4 began struggling, it coincided with the time when they left the Hampton Park. At the early days of when Arsenal left Hybrid to go and play at the new Emirates, a lot of people raised questions, okay, they have left their soul at the Hybrid. So, Rich, it is big news for Football Club Barcelona. When you look at it away from the sentimental conversation, Rich, it gives Barca money. And me imagine if Fiifi can several times say, the point where Barca can really believe and see the light at the end of the tunnel, say they are getting out of the financial distress, no. And when they go back to the Spotify camp, no, at this point, just 45,000. But all of that revenue goes to them. Music, no, and okay, 50,000 was saying we are also saying exactly. And Lamine Yamal, the Marsa's best player of the season. Now, in that, no, he spoke about the fact that they were never comfortable playing at the Montjuic. No more Spotify campaign, it gives them their law. Now it's only Barca for 1 year. The honorary kickoff will be made by no man than this man. When you take Lionel Messi and then Ronaldinho Gaucho, which only is a Barca football model, say in terms of iconic moment or something, or Camp Nou one, maybe a Messi better because he gave them a lot of iconic times. The honorary kickoff will be done by our branch friend Ronaldinho Gaucho for the game against Athletic Club.
And he, a typical Barcelona fan.
Yeah.
Saw the Lionel Messi now.
Yeah.
Now the Ronaldinho now.
Yeah.
Now Busan said among these two players.
Yeah.
My pan because among memories like about Barcelona. Yeah. Right from so shirt in the big park and so ball. A giant born ball Barcelona. When I because I had it, but I will feel some hand me. Barca for me, some question, Munsum bet me day. more answers now between Ronaldinho and Lionel Messi.
For the excitement of the game alone. Yentwe, Yenteni, fancy you, Braha, Wajia Toneboso, this man.
Ronaldinho. Says, how's the mean, Nana? Rafael Leao Cano.
Oh, he said something like that.
Oh, yeah, no pay.
Oh, wow.
Rafael Leao. As I say, Momo generation has a way of said the Musi players, modern bono. A different from Ono Rafael Leao because Caneno.
Rafael Leao no any.
Oh, Ono Paswatch say. Canena Ronaldinho Omobobono.
Okay.
And how you entertain the fans number stadium.
Yeah.
To say Ronaldinho bet the ball.
Yeah.
Or bet chain or the banner. Now supporters are yay. And then I'm phones are brand to the bubble.
Yeah.
But and then no. So we are saying you're in the air, we now need numbers now.
Yeah.
People don't recognize you.
Oh yeah.
And on only few say a problem.
Since you're more data and science,
or say I would acquire would we say what police data, the goals involvement, or she goes to saying, I say I know your football.
Oh,
I know your football. Football near or not to say Rafael Leao or bet board and now fast so not supporters are sorry, yay. Good to bet board, bet Danny. No, pass boy the call.
But the thing is that Rafael Leao can your money difficult for him to win the argument is that see a person phony bia we don't need to come to this Spotify camp now. Now we call a for you park so you will get people who can show both. Unabi. Odo park of futsal for no sanko for no South America. Obi wetin ni bo atunachi ebu dangbe shi be 3-4. Na bo no da so da nachi. So there are a lot of them who can do the freestyling. But now you need to infuse our quality, no, to the team winning. And yes, I say
Ronaldinho, no more ya. Omuma, the team no man result.
And anything about Ronaldinho dance no. And
you over talk as Rafael Leao do no ye no.
Oh, Drew Ronaldinho product
nenye.
Debi enye. Now we AC Milan dey there show.
And product nenye.
Also Rafael Leao only input that compared to ma. O timi nye. O mani fan money dey for Ronaldinho kra me ho. Rich, how many Ballon d'Ors did Ronaldinho Gaucho win? But he is added to the creme de la creme. Goal scored at the Camp Nou, goal scored as a Barcelona player. The overall achievement of Messi is way better than Ronaldinho. But why is Ronaldinho's name still in there? Because Obenya Bonato 18-yard box than him. And who said Lampard and John Terry Mujina in the game between Chelsea and Barcelona or the number Faso, but he still managed to score. And that is what makes the Brazilian a pure maestro for the job that he did there. Rich, Barca for one said he's going to have the honorary kickoff. The last game at the Santiago Bernabeu was a 3-0 win against Mallorca. And Soumani Fati shared 2 goals. Abrantia friend Gavi shared 1 goal. A lot of the current Barca players now have not played at the Spotify Camp Nou before. This is the last team that played at the Spotify Camp Nou starting 11. No, Juan Garcia Emo Spotify Camp Nou as a Barcelona player. Marcus Rashford has not played as a Barcelona player. I'm tempted to say Femi Lopez has not played there as a football club Barcelona player. I mean a handful of them Emo so it's going to give them the feel of going back to the Spotify Camp Nou. And it was with no other against Team FN Athletic Club de Bilbao. Rich, this is how Lamine Yamal looked the last time he played at the Camp Nou.
So
15 years, right? Yeah.
Usa Papa.
Yeah. The small boy. You see how the 3 winners, sir?
Yeah. Trust, you know. What bubuso? Agua pela.
I don't die.
Say, Ozenye Scassi.
Yeah. So,
boys, you're more chilly.
Enough of. So, that is exactly what it looks like. And I say, and Mundo Deportivo will say, Nyame Aduma. Barcelona are hoping to get in a branch friend Harry Kane as a striker replacement for Robert Lewandowski when we get into the summer. We'll wait to see how that is going to be. Marcus Rashford back, Rafinha back, Pedri, and now Mikacho said it's going to be interesting. Which last week, Sobeka Mikacho said the English Premier League was getting to a very interesting point, and I think we are there again. Matches this week, this weekend, Arsenal will play against Tottenham Hotspur in the London Derby. Man City will play against Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle are not in a very good place, but then Newcastle against Man City is always a blockbuster of a game. Liverpool will stay at the Anfield and host Nottingham Forest, which is newly coached by Sean Dyche, to see if they can get back to winning ways, or it's going to be a huge one also for them. Of course, Chelsea ever call away to go and play against Tima, your friend Burnley, which shows now injury situations now.
I want to come home. Arsenal some players don't prepare power. They
say Gabriel Magalhaes say go cry.
On players they prepare too much.
So it means that in that game, they expect to say that Ibinya Christian Mosquera and Brandt and William Saliba at the back for Arsenal Football Club.
Which are a good pair.
There is nothing wrong with
Mosquera
it. In fact, Osho more depth campona Ben White.
Saliba need one more month.
Yeah, Henka P. He's a good player, and I think that Arsenal are going to do well when they play against team my friend Torian Mospe over the weekend. Which Osho, the Athletic this data set, and I want us to go through. Athletic say the alternative Premier League table match with 12, 2025-26 Premier League table plus each side's total injuries so far this season and total number of games they have played. If the teams are injuries are how much this season and common injuries now, where would they have been? According to the Athletic, Man City Premier League matches played 11. Oshe players are on goal difference and on pointer. Number of games that players are missing. The Man City players now are missing 40 games. Torian Mills hugely affected 72, and then Chelsea with 55 points. Which is Chelsea underrated this season.
I'm a performance never check.
But I want to ask, do you think say currently maybe at Chelsea Dano? How people
because of maybe I'm a performance. Any result Amunya.
But and I mean maybe Sasa because of what has happened to Chelsea. Because Chelsea started the
season.
I think so. Defense.
How them know I do?
Because
at the point now, munya players grandma.
Yeah, we never go for Chelsea team anymore. Of course, when Van Dijk for Liverpool, on Drew Van Dijk level, I'm just saying what he represents in the team.
On Drew and a half crowd.
Of course, I mean no problem. I don't think so. No could argue. But what he represents in the team, where you'll be signing every one of them. And I think that Rich Chelsea are both this season with the most edges, highest number of big chances, most chances scored, second highest number of goals scored this season, without their leading marksman. That's what Maxime say. Is that team not underrated? Wabo Liverpool, Wabo Man United, Wabo some of the tough games, a lot of London derbies. The team is third, but there is no Kopama. Even Estava Willian is not a starter, but they find ways to win games. What do you think? Or candid opinion? Because look,
Abraham Yankasa, I'm into us. Me, wouldn't say Chelsea as some. There's no way I'm a candidate. There's no way.
Sometimes you have to be candid.
I want Chelsea. Oh, Basa. I'm going to be from. I mean, Chelsea as some do Samia. You know my answer. Wouldn't me answer into me how?
Rich, me say. So we could palm features.
Obian Billy tell me. Michelle,
they have not been better.
More Casamu performance. Any result now, Munyana, and no should be any the mamo. Because sometimes we bet me a share team B trajectory, and clearly you could see, say, baby, a team in the media, I'm not compared so. But the Chelsea, you can't go
here. Just the name comparison, my dear.
A champion league, I think I'm going to go never say. Come go Kwabao. What do you say, Kwabao? Also, me, say Chelsea, I'm Kwabao. Kwabag. Why? Sit a bagger. Auntie Kofi Obian Billy Temo. Modumana Moyen. Any result now, Munyana. And one who yan the mama.
Chelsea without leading centre back Levico. Before that, Squano. Now Wesley Fofana a more large part of the season. No, you see, Rich, he doesn't have to be called 10 years ago. It is what he gives the Chelsea team when he plays. And Masia can several times say, even in build-up, Colwill is the most important player. Chelsea Ebo Trevor Chalobah on the left-hand side of the defense now. And you're good because you can't build up. And it is easy for teams to sit in a compact block against them. Because only natural left footer has the angles to pass through them. So that's a problem. You see, any more.
So, Kofi, Mami, to us here. Are you saying that because of Kopama absence in it, you know? Yentra and Yankase, Namunia Branton, but yes, the mother third into Chelsea is doing well.
Is that not the case for you? I'm not saying say it for me. Is that not the case? Because Chelsea is third.
Me dem who is amu.
You see, you against Newton.
That's a man I'm going to make it. Hey, Kofi, I am mempe.
Me say, their co-palmer anyway. And can you obey my Chelsea team? Still, they are third with scoring the second highest goals.
Listen to players. You bought players, quality players.
And lost players, quality players.
Say, I told them, say, how do you do them? I told you, do them. Because at the point, you be near, you can't say, I could fear champion.
Aye.
Any bad, yeah, sure, more butchers. 4 and 5. All them know anything. But anymore, dear, more quality players are. So, Kopam and you, they can do their job. They can easily.
Many last season and now see Chelsea Kopama FC.
And they make kind.
What your name? But everyone has a team they perform and their own kind. But
it's a Premier League above for Buntia.
Any other for. But
there's a Liverpool struggle. Arsenal there.
Which did we not predict this Liverpool struggle?
My own Manchester United struggling.
No, but you've always been struggling.
Torian.
No, Manchester United has been struggling since last season. We struggled the 15-14 for baby. Until I need to account my own Manchester United as if it was a team that was in the top 4. Tottenham were not in the top 4 last season. Tottenham the 16-17 for baby. So it's not a team that you can say that Tottenham is struggling.
Back. Okobo draw. Kwabag Ubia Channel. Champion League Ubia Kwano. Ubia Channel.
Kwabag at home.
Team bien one. That's what he said Chelsea on channel.
Over Kwabag at home. Before Chelsea came, they are not lost there.
It is Ben. Teams in Chelsea will love winning now. Gone there to beat them.
Now you are nobody. Chelsea who qualify Kwabag. No. Who qualify teams that call them. Which Mami Mao just be final updates na me fancy Mao. Enzo Maresca and then the pre-match press conference. I say, Kopama back for me injury and Rebecca Chon and now on them fee no then na ko board down with fee.
I say
see a fracture ni too. It's barely match no movie. But for sure, but Barcelona or Arsenal for sure. Yeah, there's only a great comment in a drew.
I came Tuesday. Red card FC mo grand.
Na me person Kopama be against Barca.
Oboa.
Kopama
me so oboa.
Kopama.
Wo.
Na Arsenal Kopama your friend saying Barcelona Kopama man e be mo
enye no kre.
Kopama bo be say your system.
Enye no kre. Ah go fi enye no kre. Obinya nka Kopama be available.
Mati so no time as well. And bet code to hold on.
Messages kakra bi na for bet code no.
Mati.
Atuja Mandem solution or say for those who started watching football from 2010 till now, we choose Lionel Messi, but I choose Dalima.
Gaucho. Yeah.
Oh, Gaucho na Okana Dalima because Dalima then is Ronaldo. Ronaldo na Okana Semno.
I also under no pay.
Elite, I say I didn't get to watch Ronaldinho that much, except his highlight. But I watched Lionel Messi, and was always in anticipation for his next touch. Casemiro will say obey Lionel Messi. Because see, I'm for also obey Ronaldinho. After Julius or say okay only obey me. And some time I number board na Kalucha Boalia. Me Gino line so. If you say ya, me the metiko no hill. Bomamia.
Ukombe o ya.
Debbie, me stock in trade back no.
Stock in trade.
How there? Me the metiko no nebe hell.
Yeah.
Bobo na mame.
No flick.
Na me bono.
Ah obo na flick ya.
Me de G2 say ya. I mean me jato.
Say the drug by the enemy to mo bo pass na wa G2.
Drogba no ni onimbo bossa.
I no level.
Ofi ma bobo. Hey, boy ma boni wiase no. Hu and na mame hu mbuamu a ne mani age no. I see myself in him.
And you see yourself in Mbuamu. Mama did 25 years with a senior man so you see yourself.
Okay. Me know we go.
Guys,
for good.
Abosika o yen ma be free.
Is gan onya tell me. Na Mbuamu nya nyom.
It's club football,
club
football, but we are starting and we are unabated. We won't waste time, criteria. So, Ultimo Radio, so I'll wait for pen or paper and watch your codes. Or joining us on Nhyira TV on YouTube. I can take a screenshot. Say on all social media handles on Facebook, Fiifi Manfred Okwa Obenya, and of course on Twitter. So, first one, a BW22877757. That is the first code. Second one, a BW22847558B. That is the second code. Third one, a BW22847377B. That is the third one. Fourth one, a BW22847071. That is the fourth one. And the fifth one, a BW22846DC2. And the last one, a BW22846AC7.
Salimana, I will choose Ronaldinho, the assist